All right, let's do it. Let's get it out. Let's get it over with. And if you do want to call the show and leave your thoughts after this game, which I don't know what thoughts you could possibly have after this game, there's actually no reason for me to even be making a video. Go ahead and call the post-game hotline, 484-831-8655. The game that nobody should have watched, the game that nobody should react to, this video should not be being made. Back-to-back on the road, flying to a different time zone, getting off the airplane, playing again within 24 hours after an overtime game the night before where you looked kind of gassed. Without Joel Embiid, still missing Kelly Oubre, against the fully healthy, outside of Jaden McDaniels, rested number 1 seed in the West. And you could have basically predicted how this was going to go. I just, for some reason, thought maybe we were going to get like some kind of all-out performance from Maxey. But this game was a scheduled loss if there ever was one, you know. Last night, the effort wasn't there in the first half, and you could say anything you want about last night's game. But this game, seriously, we should have looked at it on the schedule, and we should have crossed it out. And we should have said, just go ahead and give us an L right there, you know. I don't even know why Nick Nurse was playing the starters halfway through the fourth. Honestly, he should have came out the second half with the G League team, to be totally honest. But, you know, scheduled loss. It really, scheduled loss. And to be honest, all things considered, we hung around for about until the fourth quarter. Really, we were scrapping the whole game. It wasn't pretty. We looked like a YMCA team most of the time. We looked like, you know, most of our players on the roster aren't like NBA level. But I just want to tell you, you know, don't go too crazy with this game. Because once you get Joel back and Oubre back and the team is rested, we look a lot different. Don't forget how we started the season. Don't take this loss and make anything out of it. Do not take anything from this game. I'm being serious. Because it's going to make you look crazy. If you take anything from this game, you're going to look crazy. I'm serious. But I know what the reactions are going to be. Oh, our roster is horrible. We have no depth. We have no this. We have no that. There's going to be this Tyrese Maxey can't lead a team. He's not the guy. There's going to be my favorites are this. We need to sign a backup center for when Joel Embiid doesn't play. Guess what? If Joel Embiid doesn't play, you're screwed. If the Lakers are without LeBron James, they're screwed. If the Warriors are without Steph Curry, they're screwed. If the Patriots are without Tom Brady, they're screwed. That's how sports work. Just don't take anything from the game. Most people, I would assume, turned this off after the first quarter. We were down 17 points. We looked atrocious. It looked like we were hitting double triangle on 2K, throwing the ball off the backboard for no reason. Pat Bev had some just horrendous plays throughout the game. Daniel House Jr. in the first quarter did a pump fake on Towns and then like stepped through and jumped in the air and threw it to the other team. We had so many turnovers it looked like it was the JV high school team down the street that you just threw on the floor. And, you know, you could say I'm making excuses if you want to, but you guys that know ball, you know how important your legs are to basketball. The NBA can't be having back-to-back games in a different time zone within 24 hours. The whole game is timing. And if your equilibrium's off, if one thing is off, the timing, your balance, you're just like, this is what the game is going to look like. And that's exactly what happened. The fact that we didn't get smacked by 30, by 50 is a miracle, to be totally honest with you. It really is. We should have lost this game by 100. Down by 17 in the first quarter. Made a little bit of a run in the beginning of the second quarter, actually. Went on a 12-5 run, I think it was, or a 20-5 run, or we were down 17. Made it a game for a little while. I do want to say shout out to Marcus Morris for being the worst player I've ever seen and the best player I've ever seen within a span of 3 minutes. So first of all, the starting lineup was Marcus Morris was in the starting lineup. And yeah, you're missing a couple guys, but Marcus Morris in the starting lineup? I gotta think there's a better option than that. I gotta think there's. I know what Nick Nurse was doing. I think he was looking at the bench and saying, like, I can't start, Batum, Tobias, and Paul Reed, and then the bench would be who? Covington and Morris, So I think he wanted to stagger Paul Reed. That's why Paul wasn't starting. If that's the reasoning, it makes sense. Loved Paul Reed in this game, by the way. One of the only guys that looked like he had energy. In the playback chat, we were saying Paul Reed didn't take the plane. He doesn't have jet lag because he's Paul Reed. He got it out the mud. He probably drove his own van to Minnesota to play this game. Paul Reed looked like he had energy, but that's a guy that always looks like he has energy. Even jet lag can't stop Paul Reed from having energy. Grabbing boards, blocking shots, picked up probably 5 fouls because why the hell not? Just fighting and scrapping and dogging like he does. If I'm going to take something positive from the game, I loved Paul Reed in the game. Tobias Harris, I don't know. Couple nice plays. Pretty soft a lot of times. Tried to put like a high floating left-handed hook shot over Gobert at one point to hit off the side of the backboard. Just pretty atrocious all around, really. Tyrese Maxey, first half, still doing that thing. You know what I mean? I was yelling at Tyrese because I'm like, Tyrese, if you're going to have a snowball's chance in hell, if you're going to have a prostitute's chance in church to win this game, you got to be the guy. We're without Joel. We got our backs against the wall. Why'd you shoot 30 damn shot attempts last game? And tonight you shot what? Hold on. Let me pull up the stats here. Hold on. Tonight he took 19. And I'm like, I guess he's trying to be a facilitator and his shot wasn't falling. He's 7 for 19. He was 0 for 5 from 3. Again, that has a lot to do with legs. You lose your legs, you lose your shot. I don't know what our total percentage was, but everybody shot bad. Our 3-point percentage was 21%. Eastwood, you're making excuses. It's not about legs. Oh, really? What are the odds we do a 24-hour back-to-back and we shoot 21% from 3? It's about legs. We actually won the rebound battle somehow. 17 offensive rebounds. I'm thinking Paul Reed had a shit ton of those. He had 6 offensive rebounds, 9 boards, 6 offensive. Just Paul Reed's a damn animal under the glass. And Minnesota has so many big guys, dude. Towns, Gobert, Naz Reid, and Kyle Anderson, who's a sneaky 6'9". Like, they had trees down there. And who do we have? Marcus Morris, Paul Reed. Who else is out there that has any height? You can't. This is another thing for you guys. Play Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's so bad he couldn't get on the floor in this game where we didn't have any size. That's how bad he is. Let me get back on the Marcus Morris thing. Because in the third quarter, he started the third quarter out with a horrendous stretch of terrible plays, right? Like, bad shot, threw the ball away. I don't even remember what he did, honestly. The game was such a just messy blur, but he did like 3 or 4 things in a row that I was like, what the F is Marcus Morris Sr. doing? Then he got smoked on defense a million times. Gobert and ones where he just like slap him on the wrist and stand there, whatever. It looked terrible. And I was ripping Marcus Morris to shreds, saying there's got to be anybody better that you could play. And then all of a sudden he goes on a hot streak. Starts hitting threes, starts hitting ISO pull-up mid-range jumper, starts driving all the way to the rim, up and under layup. And I'm like, did Marcus Morris just step into a time machine and step back onto the floor? What the hell just happened? But this sums up how bad everybody was. Marcus Morris led the team in scoring. Marcus Morris led the team in scoring. Did I talk about everyone that I wanted to talk about? Kind of. I mean, I don't know if I really have anything else left to say about the game. Let me look at my notes and I'll let you know if we do, okay? Let's see. No. That's all I got, dude. It's Thanksgiving Eve. Go have yourself a drink. Nobody should be even watching this video, to be honest. So the ones that are watching this video, you guys are the realest of the real. Sixers fans, run it back Philly fans, whatever it is, man. Go have yourself a drink. Have a blast tonight. Have a blast tomorrow. Enjoy your family. Happy Thanksgiving.